Wow, Oahu free speech. It's at Ōlelo, man. You got to get there. You can do 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes of spilling it out. Well, you know what? Cheesehead's meltdown. It was a meltdown. But I'll tell you, from the first game, I was with him as a fan. And, you know, when I became a fan, it was the Ice Bowl, you know, with Bart Starr, that goal line sneak, and it's Jerry Clymer pulling guard. Yeah, I was a pulling guard for the 10-year-old Biddies team. And so I became a Packer fan. And you learn by grabbing onto something and holding on. You know, it doesn't matter where they are at the end of the season. The black and blue division, wow, Detroit. You know, look at them. They were, you know, they had problems this year. But look at them at the end. Look how they, you know, came together and beat Green Bay. That's what usually happens in the black and blue division. But it's all about being a fan, you know, dedicated to when they win and lose. It's not about money. It's about your heart and where your heart is in the sport. And being a good sport, you know, taking the highs with the lows, you know. I said Cheeseheads rule 2022. That's what I kept pushing. But you know what? There was a meltdown, you know, and it's the second year in a row. But you know what? There's a quality team there with a coach that, you know, Matt LaFleur, never heard of him before, you know, and not to be a poet or anything, but the guy's done a tremendous job. And, you know, I'm a very proud fan. And I was right there to the end complimenting, you know, Garoppolo and the 49ers. Because I remember, you know, in Montana and Steve Young, you know, when they led the 49ers. And they're popular here in the islands, you know. So, man, what a game. I recorded the whole game. And, you know, I'm going to share it with you on Island Eyes on Hawaii, you know. It's all about your heart. It's all about your heart and understanding if you're going to be a poor sport, you could never coach then a sport, because we don't need that. We need an example of a good sport, understanding that there is going to be one team that wins and one that loses. But I knew this year the playoffs were going to be spectacular, competitive, and sure enough, it has been. I mean, everything was won in the end, you know, last-minute field goals, you know. That's the power of, you know, understanding what sports is about. And, you know, being a father, being a husband, being a grandfather, you know, and a Marine, you know, just, it's all about, you know, loving your family, understanding humility, how to be low, understanding there's high points in your life, but being a good sport, that's what I want to emphasize to everyone, the parents and the children, and to set an example for them, to be at a game and compliment the other side, you know, get balance in your life, you know, understand that you're not going to win every time. That's like an ego, you know, you want to get rid of your ego. You understand that you need to be a good sport, and that's the key message in today's Oahu free speech. But also, like I always say, it's a relationship. The key is that relationship. You know what I mean? You build upon it. You devote yourself to it. That's daily devotions to the word, the truth, understanding that you are a father, you are a husband, you are a grandfather, and you're a person that wants to work as a team member, you know, wherever you go. And that's where I am right here at Ōlelo. I'm a team player. The staff is so brilliant helping me to, you know, produce my messages. And you too can come down here for Oahu free speech and deliver 5 minutes of where your psyche is, where your mind is. You know, that's what the value of the First Amendment rights that Ōlelo is keeping us here, you know, producing. And so, you know, you can be certified too and be a producer, but you have the right to come down and do Oahu free speech. Thank you very much for watching again. Aloha.